Hi everyone, and welcome to my overview for The Sims 4 Laundry Day stuff. So with this pack, your Sims can of course wash their clothes, they can also dress in country-style clothing and purchase rustic furniture for their homes. And in this video, I'm going to be showing all the items that come with this pack and all the color options for them, and also talk a little bit about the gameplay that comes with it. But moving over to create a Sim, there are 2 new hairstyles for female Sims, and while they're nice, I wasn't particularly blown away by them, but they're definitely not bad. I think I actually like the first one more. Next, there's 6 new tops, and all the clothing in this pack has more of a country bohemian kind of a style to them, which I really like, and I feel is a little bit different than a lot of the clothing that we've gotten so far with this game, although this shirt does remind me a lot of one of the ones that came with backyard stuff, and I really like the asymmetrical detail on the bottom of this shirt, and we also have more of a plain kind of tank top next, although some of the colorings of this have sort of an ombre look to them. They also have a nice pattern towards the bottom. And lastly, we have this crop top, which comes in both plain colors and also comes in some more folksy kind of patterns, which is really nice. I like when they have a mix of patterns and just more plain colors. We also have 1 pair of jeans. I really like the belt on these as well as the colors that they come in. And we also have 1 full outfit, which I really like. I really like the detail on it and how it's longer as it goes towards the back and how it's kind of ruffled at the bottom, and the vest that comes with it, and how, just kind of off the shoulder looks that it has. And we also have this pair of socks, which works really well with higher boots, which is perfect because we also had a pair of higher boots with this pack, and I like the kind of relaxed and slouchy look that they have. We also have this pair of wedge sandals, and that's about it as far as the clothing that comes for female Sims. So lastly, we do have 4 styled looks before we move on to the male Sims. And really, this pack felt like it didn't have a lot in the creative Sim department, which I guess is good in a way because it means that there's a lot of build and buy mode objects, which is good for someone like me who is really into building more so than making Sims. But for the male Sims, there was 1 hairstyle and also 3 tops, so there weren't really as many clothes for them because, yeah, you just got these tops and some bottoms, and that's really about it. But I do like the tops that came with this pack, especially the first one here. This one I'm not quite as fond of as the other 2. I think it looks like the kind of it looking longer on one side, the other. The detail looks kind of weird in a way. Maybe it's just me that sees that, but we also have a couple pairs of jeans. I really like this one, the rip detail that it has. These are alright. I'm not really a fan of capri length sweatpants personally, and they have quite a few of those in this game. But lastly, we do have a couple of styled looks, and then there's also a few things for children, so they get this 1 top, which comes with some similar types of patterns that we've seen on the other clothing items with this pack, as well as a full outfit, and that is really about it. There's just 1 style look, and then that is it for Creative Sim. There wasn't anything for toddlers this time around. So now we're on to build and buy mode. First up, there are a couple of doors, so these doors look pretty much the same except for 1 has blinds on it and 1 doesn't. So it's kind of nice that you can choose whether you want that detail or not, and I did like how those doors look. I feel like they could go well with what came with cats and dogs. So moving over to buy mode, we have a living chair, which is a wicker chair, as well as a wicker dining chair. And there was a lot of wicker with the items that came with this pack, because it all was kind of this rustic country style, and it was nice to have more wicker furniture because we really haven't gotten any wicker furniture since Perfect Patio stuff. So I think some of the seating that comes with this pack would work well outside as well as being used in the living room. And I also like the coffee table as well as the dining table we got, and this table actually seats 6 Sims, which is pretty cool because we haven't had an indoor table that seats that many Sims so far. We also have a couple of accent tables, and I really like the knickknacks that are in this one here and just kind of the detail with it. And we also have 5 new shelves, and I just really like the detail in the items that come with this pack. I like that a lot of the shelving and other items actually have clutter already on them, which just really helps with giving homes that lived in feel like people actually live there, because I find that a lot of the items that come with this game just feel empty. Like they're, I mean, you can always put objects on them, but I just like that there's items that already feel, like they belong in a home that people actually live in with clutter and that sort of a deal. But we also have these laundry sinks, which are really cool, as well as the washer and dryer, of course. So you just have the washer and dryer by itself, as well as a stackable washer and dryer, which is basically just the 2 things already stacked, because you can stack the separate ones or you can pull the stacked one apart, as well as the wash tub if I guess you want to be a little bit more eco-friendly with the washing of your clothes, as well as I believe 3 different kinds of hampers. So you have a more rustic wicker option as well as a more modern plastic hamper option. So I was glad that they included that, and we also have the dryer to go along, or the drying line to go along with the wash tub. Next we have 3 plant type decorations, so we just got some potted plants as well as what looks like a little bit of some pine cones in a basket, as well as that tree and that table with some succulents on top of it. Next we have some laundry related clutter, so I was glad to see that they had separate pieces of clutter that you could put around your laundry room. There's also 7 rugs, and I was really surprised to see so many different kinds of rugs, although I did see previously that they had decided to separate the rug that was just 3 different rugs put together, which I was really glad about, because that was something that annoyed me about the rugs that came with toddler stuff, because it was like this rug except that you didn't have them separately, so you had these rugs that looked really good by themselves, but you couldn't actually use them separately. So I'm just really glad that they went ahead and did that this time. And then next we just have some wall decorations. That wreath is really cool. This decoration here could also work really well in a kitchen because it just looks like various herbs and chilies and that kind of thing. Not sure what it has to do with laundry, but it is nice to have. We also have this candle as well as this hanging light. And that is it for the furniture. So next we have 4 different rooms. So one of them is a living room, 2 of them are laundry rooms, and the other is an outdoor laundry area. Moving on to the gameplay, your Sims can of course do laundry now. So basically how this works is that if you have a hamper, washer, or dryer in the lot, you'll start to accumulate laundry. Although unlike in The Sims 3, you don't need to have a hamper in each room of your house to avoid Sims dropping piles of clothes everywhere. You only need to have one hamper, and if you have that one hamper, then whenever your Sims change their clothes, the clothing will automatically drop in it. Although if you do have a Sim with a slob trait, they will actually leave piles of clothing everywhere. And when you click on a pile of clothing or the hamper, you can choose to wash it in either the washing machine or the wash tub, depending on what you have. And you can choose to dry in either the drying machine or the clothesline. Kids can also help with laundry, although they can't do certain things like put clothing on the drying line because they're too short to reach it. In addition to the option to wash the clothing, when you click on a clothing pile, you can also search through the pockets and you might find simoleons or maybe some other things in there. And another quirk is that when you're washing clothing, you can choose to put flowers or food from your inventory, so you can just put a sandwich or a salad or something like that into the wash tub if you want. Why they added that in, I don't know, but it's just kind of an interesting touch, although I don't know why you would actually want to do that. And you do have to upgrade your washing machine to be able to add stuff to it. And speaking of upgrades, your Sims have several ways in which they can upgrade the washer and dryer as their handing to skill grows. And something else that you do need to keep in mind is that you have to empty the lint trap on the dryer or else it may catch on fire. And there are some other small details with the gameplay of this pack, but with this video I just want to show the basics of the gameplay and leave it up to you to explore the rest if you do end up getting this pack. But overall, I do like this pack, although honestly I wasn't really that thrilled when I found out laundry had won the poll back when we were choosing the gameplay items that were gonna come with the Eco Living pack, because I felt as though there's more interesting things that we could do with the theme that ended up winning. Although just focusing on this pack, I do think it was pretty well done. I like that they made the laundry a little bit less annoying than it was in The Sims 3, although, again, having my Sims do laundry isn't really something I consider that fun, so I don't know how much I'm gonna actually have my Sims do the laundry, although I think they do it pretty autonomously, so you don't always have to be telling them to do it. Hopefully that's how it works. But I guess it is nice to have something that comes with a stuff pack that is a little bit more of a stable kind of an item that probably will get a lot of use, even if it isn't really the most exciting thing and doesn't add a lot of super interesting gameplay. But yeah, I do like the approach that they did take to laundry, and all the create a sim and build and buy mode items that came with this pack are really good as well, especially the items. I just like the detail that they added to the items. So overall, I feel like this is a pretty good stuff pack. Although part of me does still wish that maybe they did something that actually went with the eco-living theme a little bit better. And I also wish that they had a second set of washer and dryers that was somewhere in between the more high-end ones that we got and the wash tub and drying line, because, you know, not every home has a fancy new washer and dryer. So that definitely would have been something really nice to see, and I don't see us getting a washer and dryer in a different pack, seeing as there's a whole stuff pack devoted to it. But that's about all I have to say, so I hope you found this video helpful and enjoyed it, and thanks for watching, and bye!